Hello and welcome back to Investing for Generations, your channel for high quality stock research for long-term value investor. And after I did my recap of my North American portfolio of 2020, you can find the link here up on the screen. Today I want to give you a short recap to my German or European portfolio, and I will go through with you my biggest winner, my biggest loser, the performance overall. Then we take a look inside the whole portfolio, and then I will also tell you at the end what I will do with this portfolio and where is my focus in the future. So overall, this portfolio over 2020 have a performance of 9.25% compared to the DAX, the German index, of 3.55%. And the first thing you see here that the German market performed way worse than the American market. For example, the S&P 500 have a performance in 2020 of around 16%. And here you see a big difference. The German market just worse. And so my performance with 9.25% is not that outstanding like in my North American portfolio, but still a good outperformance of almost 6% to the market. That's okay, that's nice. I'm very fine with that. And the biggest winner in my portfolio 2020 is Rational AG with a gain of 70%. And here we can see I bought into Rational AG on the 24th of April for 426 euro. And since then I almost picked the low. How lucky I am. And since then it just goes up and up and up to now over 760 euro. And so I gain around 70%, which is of course a lot. And right now we come to a point where maybe it's way overvalued. I mentioned this in my other video about Rational. I think it's overvalued already, and if this overvaluation will be even bigger and we will come anywhere soon over 800 euro, maybe it's time to sell because then it's too far over the intrinsic value. And as you maybe know on my channel, it's all about the intrinsic value, to find the way to buy way under the intrinsic value and then sell when it's way over the intrinsic value. And of course, key is to find just good businesses to a great price under the intrinsic value. And that's all about here on this channel. And so I also made another video about Rational where I looked a little bit deeper into the whole business model and what they do. This is really interesting. It's a very unknown company, I would say, but with a lot of impact in his niche. And where's a winner, there's also a biggest loser. And the biggest loser in 2020 was MOWI. MOWI is a big salmon farming company from Norway, one of the leaders in the sector worldwide. And of course, with the pandemic situation, they had big problems. And so they also cut their big dividend, but still they're profitable. Well, I mean, they have big problems, of course, and the profits, the earnings just declined, but they're still profitable. And I'm very sure in the future they will be even more profitable again, and then the dividend also come back, and everything will be fine. And so I stick with MOWI since 2017 when I started this European or German portfolio. And so I just added in the depth of the pandemic situation. And so I bought just more shares in April for around 14 euro, 14 to 15 euro. And so I'm fine with that. I will stick with MOWI for the long term. And overall, since 2017, I'm also in the plus. So the minus is just for 2020. And I think there will be just way better times for MOWI in the future. And they have a great market position in the growing market. And of course, with the growing of the world population, this market will be even bigger. And so I'm totally fine with this position. No need to worry overall. And then, of course, I also received dividends in my European and German portfolio. And for 2020, I received 1,348 euro in dividends. And here you also see what happened in 2017 to now. And this just goes up as the portfolio gets bigger, of course. And on the other hand, also the compound effect kick in slowly. And so the dividends just rise over time and the cash flow just gets bigger and bigger. So that's nice, that's great. And so we will see how this will go on in 2021. I was also lucky enough that not a lot of companies cut their dividend in my portfolio. And so the cash flow just goes on, and hopefully in 2021 and in the following years, all of the companies are able to pay the dividend again or just willing to pay the dividend again because almost all of these companies are still profitable even in the pandemic situation. And this is also one of the important things to me when I pick my stocks. I want to have profitable companies and profitable companies even in the worst circumstances. And here overall you have the insight to the whole portfolio. As I said, Rational, the biggest winner in 2020. Um, and so on. I was lucky enough to buy Airbus and Fraport, for example, from the airline or airport business to a reasonable price in the pandemic. And so this is the list of the companies I stick with. And so we will see how this will go on. As I said, it's not exuberant like in North America, uh, but also just the market is not like that. And so I'm happy with this, and I'm happy with my slightly outperformance of a little bit under 10% for 2020 here in this German or European portfolio. So overall, everything's fine. And here also you see the pie of my portfolio, and then of course you see Kion is my biggest position, and then the Allianz, and so on. But overall, my focus is on the US and Canadian market, the North American market. I built up there my portfolio since December 2019, and this is mainly what's about here on this channel. And you find a lot of videos on my channel about the US and Canadian market, and you also find there a weekly insight to my real money portfolio. So most of my videos will be about that. So feel free to check this out. Here also I give you a quick insight to my portfolio. You see here, I started this portfolio at the 2nd of December, as you can see here. And since then, Walt Disney is my biggest performer, and so on. And you find deeper analysis to all of these businesses on my channel. So feel free to check this out, and if you find any value in that, just subscribe to my channel and follow me on my road as a long-term value investor, because this is all about. And with this portfolio, I have a performance since the 2nd of December 2019 of 41.51%, and this is a big outperformance of almost 21% to the S&P 500 in the same time span. And that's nice, that's great. And so I will go on here, and right now 2 portfolios I have in Europe, Germany, and in the US or North America um, are almost at the same size. I will basically add to the North American portfolio. Sometimes, of course, maybe if there is a good chance in the German or European market, I will add even there, but mainly more in the US and Canadian market. And this is what this channel is about. And as I said, I will give you an update with every transaction I do, and I also give you a weekly update here on the channel how my North American portfolio will do, and then we will see how this will work out. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you found any value or want to join me on my road, just subscribe to my channel. And if you really liked the video, please give me a big thumbs up. This helps the YouTube algorithm so much, and ring the notification bell to never miss another video. Tell all your friends that here is a community rising of now over 630 people of long-term value investor with the mindset of that. And so then we will see the next time with another analysis of another stock. See you then. Take care. Bye bye.